This is a message for Caroline Stevens. I did say I'm sorry in the last video, and I'm going to say it again. I did not initially, deliberately put our conversation on YouTube. I had left the live stream running for 7 hours, and I did as you asked. I did delete it, but I've got nothing to hide. It was after PC Framklynn Lester burst in here. You called the police because I had put on Facebook that I'm suicidal. I'm not going to keep repeating myself. If you don't listen and you don't watch my videos, what can I do? What can I do? You're an insider on the corruption. Yes, I am. You say I'm clever. What does that mean? I have the dictaphone recording where he arrested me 3 hours after I recorded a licensee on a criminal tag threatening to beat me senseless. You're not helping me by sending me, whether you're a Christian or not, a video of someone in India who's got cancer, who's had their leg removed, who's got loving people around them, very intelligent teenager who is very skilled and play. How many instruments? I don't know how many instruments she can play. She's got people around her. I would find cancer, anything like that, a whole lot easier than what I'm being put through. You could contact Councillor Stephen Holt. You've got contacts. You could help us. You know politicians. Well, I don't know you. I only had a brief conversation with you. You don't know me, but from that, I've told you as much as I can. And I said, I'm sorry. I decided to keep the live stream, and people have seen it. And I am sorry, but I am documenting. I found it a little bit threatening when you said I'm already in trouble for putting the dictaphone recordings online. I'm terrified. I've been self-funding this hotel for 3 months, and I've just been told that police were at the property today. I've got stuff in that room. I've had a year of it. How many times do I have to say? A year. From the psychiatric unit, from the Meadowfield unit, I've got no friends or family to turn to. You're saying don't talk about Darren. He's a crutch. You're a crutch for each other. Who else do I turn to then? Who else? Because Darren didn't know what he was walking into. I've told you some very personal things. I've given you very personal contacts, including his parents' phone number, because I was going to go and jump off Beachy Head. I went up there yesterday, Kate, to chat to one of the chaplains, came back down, and one of these demented psychiatric nurses, I've said this in the last video, I was having a cup of tea with these 2 old men or senior citizens who are extremely vulnerable. I'm not going to go into all of it. I'm not going to keep repeating myself, and I'm not going to get into an argument. I've explained this many, many times, and I'm not going to go into it. If you don't watch it and you start arguing with me, I don't want to know. This lady, she wasn't a lady. I've got her name. Her name is Jean. She said she knew me, and she said I'd had it easy. And she's actually sounding a little bit like you, but except she was really demented. I was minding my own business. She told me to mind my cup of tea. I was just holding it like this. She was looking for trouble. She's dangerous, and I mean dangerous. How dare she put people like me and these 2 vulnerable men who are Christians themselves in trouble? How dare she? I don't just care about myself, I care about other people. I know I'm not interested in all the narcissists who call themselves Christians. I genuinely care about what is right, right? I'm nobody's fool. I am extremely vulnerable, but I'm still here because I'm a fighter. I've got my first grey hairs. Look, I've said it. This woman said I've had it easy. I disagreed with her, said you don't know me. I said, could you just, I said, I don't want to talk to you. I'm talking with these men. We'll agree to disagree. As a result of that, she got security. That's demented. That is someone who is pathologically sick in the head. She harassed me and threatened me. Would she do that, though, for the children that came in with knives? The UK has got a human trafficking problem, and you know this. So, without further ado, I think I've said all I want to say, and I really do mean it. Thank you for talking me out of suicide, because, you know, I just feel I am really being tested here. Well, that's there are no words to. I don't even know if in biblical times would they. Well, they wouldn't have been so. I don't know. Rehearsed in psyops. I don't know. But anyway, I didn't really get an apology, but I'm not even bothered about the Greg's £10 voucher. I care about my safety. There are police at the property now. Juliet told me. She said that that her friend, that the people at the Riverbourne house had seen this. So you could actually do something. You could do something, Caroline. You could do something, not just to help me, but to help others. Because you want to know where I'm going to go? What am I going to do today? What do you think I would do? Because most people wouldn't have survived as long as I have. Why do you think the chaplaincy hut is there? I'll get arrested for breaking wind, for goodness sake. Anyway. You know that I'm in trouble already. How do you know? You won't answer my question. How do you know I'm in trouble for the dictaphone recordings? You're saying it's illegal. It's a criminal offence. Sergeant Simmons told me to purchase that dictaphone. Sergeant Simmons told me to purchase this dictaphone for my safety. You're right, the Nazis, they do this to everyone. You should. There are no words. There are absolute. I'm clever, am I? Hello there. Hello. Could I please speak to the management? Someone in I rang yesterday. Sorry, this is Amberstone, isn't it? Is it? No. I'm trying to. Sorry. Please put through to Amberstone? No, could I please be put through to the Rowan ward at Heathfield, please? At Heathfield? Heathfield. I'm sorry. Meadowfield. I'm sorry. My brain is going to mush. Sorry. No problem. Try for you. Sorry. Either there's a system or there isn't. Either I should get the help or I shouldn't. Because Caroline, you said, did you get a mental health nurse? No. Why do the police keep doing to? Of course, I'm going to end up losing my temper. Of course, I'm in an early midlife crisis here. People like me end up on drugs, lying on a ditch. I've never taken drugs. I don't drink. I don't smoke. But I'm being told they're trying to set me up on a crime to get me that I haven't committed where the police beat me during a welfare check to get a probation officer to get me into housing. I'm sorry, I'm not going to play the system. I'm not going to. I'm an honest person.
Do you want to fit through to Meadowfield?
Yes, please. Yeah, thank you. Have you seen how bad John Patterson had it? Hello there. Could I please? Is it possible to speak to the matron or to at least pass on a message?
Yes, certainly.
Thank you.
For what ward?
Rowan, please.
If you'd like to hold the line.
Thank you.
Hello, Rowan. What are you speaking?
Hello there. I can't remember the name of the matron I spoke to yesterday, but basically I reported in Greg's the bakery yesterday. I was harassed and threatened by someone who claimed to be a mental health nurse at Rowan Ward, because I was there last October, and now I've got her real name because the Greg's manageress gave it to me. I was the two vulnerable gentlemen that I was with gave me the wrong name. Either that or I was it was either that or me from stress. But the manageress said her name was Jean. She's got red hair. And she said I had it easy, and I disagreed with her, so she threatened me with security, which is demented. And she's doing that to someone who's been suicidal. I'm self-funding a hotel for my safety and a witness to the accommodation where I've been attacked. I've been told that the police have been there today. I haven't been back to the property because I've had a year of being attacked. You know, I've had horrific things happen to me. The local authorities are not doing anything. I've been up to I actually went up to Beachy Head yesterday to speak to a chaplain before this mental health nurse threatened and harassed me. I was sitting with a cup of tea speaking to two vulnerable people, and it affected them as well. It's absolutely disgusting. I got an apology from Greg's, and I went in there with my voucher, but I just wanted to pass this on, basically.
Sorry, can I ask what your name is?
My name is Bryony.
And you... Okay, so you said you've been a patient here before, and there's a mental health nurse that... Is this recently?
Yesterday. Yeah, sorry to interrupt.
No, that's okay. I'm just trying to get the picture right for you. Bryony, what's your date of birth?
Yeah, it's 16/3/82. 82.
And where were you when this nurse verbally assaulted you?
In Greg's the bakery in Eastbourne. The matron I spoke to said we have no one of the name. I think I said Irish, because I asked the man what her name was. It might have been me though, because that's my late mother's best friend's name. But the manageress said to me as soon as I walked in there, she said she's not here. Her name's Jean. I didn't really get an apology, but But you know, the Dan, the security guard, said the way that they treated it was as if I had gone in there and attacked someone. It was demented. She's there's something not right with that woman. She's sitting at the back, and the way she glared at me and was just talking to other people. I don't remember if she is a genuine mental health nurse there, or if she's just a flying monkey. I don't care. I don't remember her. But she obviously knows something, because I said I've had horrific experiences, and she said, no, I know you. And it's just really, I said to the matron yesterday, don't you think it's a bit odd that she knows about me?
Bryony,
Just a bit odd.
Yeah. You live in Eastbourne.
Yes, I said it's just very ironic that that I've had these horrific things happen to me for whistleblowing, because on the ward last year they didn't want me speaking during a meeting. The nursing assistant tried to shut me up, and I was put in one of these accommodations. From there, after being beaten by the police on Beachy Head, put in one of these places that is horrendous. The neighbours have complained. The police have been there today, apparently. I've been suicidal in this hotel. This is what I mean. You couldn't make this up. I had someone called Caroline Stevens called the police. They came bursting in here the other night. I can't take any more. I'm here for my safety. And anyway, sorry, I'll keep to the point. The fact is that apparently this woman's name is Jean. As I said, I don't remember her, but she must know something about me to know that, because as I said, it was a very brief stay in October last year. And then I went from there to one of these properties, these temporary accommodations, and members of the council, no one's taking any responsibility for my safety or other people's. They don't care about the neighbours. They don't care about anything. So my mental health has deteriorated, and I don't. Well, anyway, there we are. But apparently, this woman's name is Jean. So,
Okay. Bryony, can I? Because you live in Eastbourne, yeah?
Yeah. Well, live. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So you've come through to the hospital in Worthing.
Yes, that's right.
So are you saying that you were a patient here?
I was in October. So if this person is genuinely a mental health nurse, I assume she remembers me then. But she said, oh, you've had it easy. And I said, well, I disagree with you. And because I disagreed with her, she threatened security on me. Oh, it's this is how dangerous these people are. It's proving my point. I'm sorry. I just, you know, I'm fed up with it all. I've had enough. But
all right, I can hear you've had enough. I can see that you've got an LP in the community.
A what? Sorry.
A lead practitioner in the community.
Oh, what? Rian Tucker. She. Well, Rian Tucker, who didn't want to help me when I had a knife against my neck and I wanted to stab. I later stabbed myself. She claimed she got me into one of these other accommodations. She didn't. It was PC Framklynn Lester who threw me out of the council after they kept making me homeless for complaining. And he's the one who arrested me 3 hours after I reported a licensee threatening to beat me senseless. He burst in here about 3 or 4 nights ago. I was half naked. He said, what are you doing? Like that. I've been documenting on YouTube everything as much as I can of what's been happening to me. And they arrest me when I ring 999 to say my life is in danger, and they arrest me. They've arrested me for recording antisocial behaviour which is what they told me to do. The Sergeant Simmons, no one in the community has been supporting me, and I was told by someone, was it Hove at the what's that place called, where you can stop overnight. I was told that your lead practice, a nurse said to me, your lead practitioner will lie to save her job. I've been put through endless hell, and the only person that's gonna help me is a woman who is a lovely lady who, if she doesn't mind me saying, she's in recovery from cancer, and she was attacked in the street by a random drunk for trying to help me. Councillor Stephen Holt won't listen. No one will listen. No one is taking responsibility. Caroline Ansell lied to me in emails days before, after I was on the phone to the local government ombudsman and a social worker. Then I was beaten by police on Beachy Head. I had my phone calls terminated because I reported a hotel guest threatening me. I was trying to keep away from council accommodation where I'm not safe. No one is interested, and without wanting to be rude, I don't think the matron was really that interested, because they didn't want me speaking during a meeting. I'm tired of it. Ring pals, ring this, ring that. I've gone through the entire system, and I can't. I'm barely able to function at all, let alone see daylight. I haven't had a bath. I haven't washed for days. I am doing all of this completely on my own. I don't even know if I can now trust people in the truthers community. There are people who are Christians who are. I don't know, because I met this John Alexander. I've got to keep to the point. I bet he's sorry. I could go off on one.
Is the name Claire Conlon familiar with you?
That's right. Yeah, I need to phone her and let her know what has happened to me. I need to let her know. Yeah.
Okay, as well as that, Bryony, what we'll do from our end, my name is Julie, and I've got the ward manager sitting next to me. His name is John Rogers. We're going to email.
Can I just Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Sorry.
That's okay. We're going to email Claire Conlon and let her know about the phone call.
Thank you.
All right. And we've got all this information on care notes now, so everything that you've just said.
Yeah, can I just say, John Rogers, he's the one who was there at the meeting that I was at, and they tried to, a nursing assistant had the nerve to shut me down. They were trying to shut me down during a meeting. This is extremely serious, because I then went to Eastbourne. From there to Eastbourne, I'd already been assaulted by nursing assistants at Eastbourne on a section 136. And then when they took me to the Amberley ward, one of the nurses claimed, he said he made up some fantasy thing about, you've been telling us saying that we should have our children aborted, and I've got witnesses to prove it. And the way he said it with a red face, I was gobsmacked. It's been physical, mental, emotional abuse from people who are supposed to help me. I tried to tell your matron that I did care work with the elderly, and I got the same thing when I was a carer. Now I'm a patient. I've had the worst, most horrific abuse ever. That's Sussex Partnership for you. I've had this since I was in supported accommodation when my mother was dying of cancer. And I'm not going to kill myself, so that they can win, because I know people who have killed them. Well, I know of people who've killed themselves, and I'm not going to stop. I'm fed up with this. I've now got someone that I can trust, who's a passerby in the street, who's going to support me. And I tell you what, well, as you can hear from my voice, I'm angry, and I'm obviously on a bit of adrenaline rush. But I'm telling you, I'm in this hotel, self-funding for 3 months, and I'm.
Which hotel is that, Bryony?
I don't want to say, if you don't mind. The police know anyway, because they, as I said, PC Framklynn Lester burst in here, and that makes me feel uncomfortable. This is a bent police officer who arrested me 3 hours after I reported a criminal on a tag threatening to beat me senseless. I've had someone at this hotel say, if you're a criminal, if you go to prison, you get all the help thrown at you. I am not. I was beat. I'm trying to get legal action because I want to sue the Herald for what they did to me after that incident. They published my details with my age, where I live, in the Herald. After I had been beaten by the police on Beachy Head, then taken on a section 136 to Eastbourne, then to Rowan Ward. And I'm sick of it. I'm sick to death. I'm not having a go at you personally. And if I had a penny for every time I've said that, I'd be rich by now. Even street triage threatened me with the police after I saw PC Framklynn Lester. No one's listening. It's all just scripted, and yeah. So anyway, I'm not being funny. I'm just obviously on a, yeah.
Bryony, does your LP, does your lead practitioner know where you are?
I've washed my hands of all of them. They've done nothing. They've lied. I've had fraudulent section 184s typed up. I've had it all. I was on the phone to Dr. Caro, asking for something to help me sleep, and then I didn't get out because I was so tired. And then at 3:00 in the morning, I live streamed being attacked. The person who attacked me left blood on my door. The police did nothing. But the police like to pick on me. Do you understand where I'm going with this? They protect criminals, but the ones who really are vulnerable, I very nearly could have jumped off Beachy Head a few days ago because of what people where you work and the police, because of what they're doing to me. The council, they're all in on it. They're all just, I don't know how many times, but anyway, I've now got this lady who is a witness to, and she says, she's as appalled. I tried to get Councillor Stephen Holt to speak to her in Tesco's, and he acted as if I was coming at him with a knife. But they don't do anything about the children in the shopping centre with knives, do they? I tried to hand him my phone, and he said, no, I'm not touching it because of COVID. Speaking of which, I had a PCR test forced upon me on Rowan Ward. I was coerced. They said, you can't come out of your room until you've had this PCR test. And I felt that I felt coerced into having it. I don't. It's all just about fear and control. It's not about support and help. And for some reason, people don't like it when you tell the truth. If you're a criminal, you get the help. That's what they're saying. So, anyway, you see where I'm going with this.
That's okay. In regards to the complaint, Bryony, what would you like me to do?
Well, if you could just pass it on for me. I mean, I could tell you some horror stories because I need to try and reserve as much energy as I can. I went to the Eastbourne police desk to say that I would be returning with this lovely lady who's a witness. And then they put me through 24 hours of non-stop torture. It's like the Nazis. From the basic rights. They said that I refused my rights. They lying. And to then have a demented magistrate's custody suite manager say, you don't accept the help, you're going to prison. It was a fraud because I never received paperwork. The police beat me and I'm trying to get legal help. It took me 3 weeks to email the IOPC and I got nothing back from them. So you can tell this Jean with red hair. Well, I actually don't. No, actually, it doesn't matter. Sorry. It's just my anger is starting to come to the surface. I ignore bullies because I've had them all my life, so I know how to handle them. But 25 years I've been trying to get help with my mental health, and they've torn into me. I think people are jealous because I articulate myself and I know how to. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of these fake Christians. I'm sick of the lot. I just fed up with it. Fed up with it all. And I will speak my truth till my last breath. Rhian Tucker can't be. She can't be trusted. She had her head on the ground. She looked so ashamed because I'd had this Dr. Baginski say, we think you suffer with psychosis. No, I don't suffer with psychosis. I was dragged into the building that failed me, St. Mary's House, in handcuffs. Then 4 months, then I was sectioned. Then 4 months later, I was arrested out of there in hospital pyjamas, despite the fact that Councillor Robin Maxted had said they can't release you with nowhere to go. They did. I could go on and on and on and on forever, and they don't like me recording it. This is the first time I've started recording and putting on YouTube because I've only started documenting since my year of terrorism last year, since I was on Rowan Ward. So to have, while I'm sitting down having a cup of tea in Greg's the cafe with two vulnerable men who were very upset after what happened. They looked distressed because they're in a special accommodation. I've been in supported accommodation and I didn't get the help, but they're more vulnerable than I am. And I said, no, this is out of order. So anyway, her name is Jean and she's got red hair. I don't think she is 73 because that I think the men were a bit confused, but it was the manageress who said that's her name. I just wanted to pass it on, basically.
All right, Bryony. What I need to just say to you is that I have to speak with your lead practitioner about the call, just to let you know that you called.
Thank you.
Just inform her of what you've said, and it's being put down on care notes.
You do realise all these individuals have actually. Why would I want to go to these people for help when they've actually played a part in almost pushing me to kill myself? I said I've done care work and people don't stop. I'm sick of narcissists. I've had it in the family. I've had it everywhere. Do you know what I mean? It's like I just give up on it all. I've done everything I can to help myself, but I do still need that support. This is what Juliet said. This lady who said she'd support me. I do still need support, but I'm not getting anything. I'm self-funding a hotel for my safety. And the police burst in here. I don't feel I can call the police because they would arrest me if I broke wind. This is how corrupt and insane it all is. I'm sorry to raise my voice like this, but I'm obviously in a constant state of trauma, basically. I've had people say that Darren's abusing me. He has done things he shouldn't have done that would be considered emotionally abusive. But anyway, yeah, okay.
I'm sorry to cut you short. It's clearly you need some sort of input here. So, because you're not our patient, it would be helpful if your lead practitioner was able to contact you. And we will make her
Rhian Tucker, who told me I should leave my partner when I had a knife against my neck. My partner took a caring role because no one was helping me. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm really sorry.
Okay.
To cut you off. It's just we can't help you here, obviously, because you're not a patient here. But what we can do is relay it to the community team, which I will do. And it would be helpful if you could tell me where you were. If not, I'll just relay through that you called. But you have said that you wanted help.
Yeah, I don't want to interrupt you. Claire Conlon does know where I am because I received a letter. But I just don't want to let any more people know because I'm here for my safety, and the police know, and the police are. I can't they hang up on me when my life is in danger, yet they arrest me when they do when I do what they tell me to do. Do you
I'm going to have to stop you.
Okay.
As I said, I will inform your lead practitioner, and she can read the notes that we put on there for you, and I'll ask about.
But how can I trust people that lie, though? This is the point I'm making. That lie and abuse me, make me homeless, and arrest me when my life is in danger. Do you know what? Anyway, you see what? Anyway, there we are. You see what I mean?
I've heard what you said.
Yeah.
And be assured that it has gone on to care notes.
Thank you.
And as I said, we will contact your lead practitioner for you.
I just. All right then. Okay. Thank you for doing that. Thank you.
All right. No problem at all.
Okay. Thank you.
Right.
Thanks.
You.
Bye. Yeah, Sussex Partnership, who are responsible for suicides, including apparently one murder where the family of the murdered victim, was angry that the murderer didn't get help. So what does that tell you? And they're liars. But your lies, they're going to get you, as that pop group sang, that 80s pop group. Anyway, so I'm going to ring St Mary's. I might get into trouble for. What's the number for St Mary's? We don't like you recording us. Well, tell the truth then. Caroline, I hope that when you said it's illegal to record you don't sound like someone who would. Hi. Could I please speak to Claire Conlon, or can I pass on a message, please?
Claire has been off for a few days, but I can certainly pass on a message.
Thank you. Basically, there's a lot that's happened in just a very tiny space of time. I need to just keep to the point. Basically, all these nutcases everywhere. A few nights ago, a very nice lady called Caroline Stevens talked me out of suicide. We've never met. We only know each other from Facebook. We just she does. We don't really. She's a lovely Christian lady who's sort of blown the lid on the corruption, and like some other truth is, although something's gone a bit haywire with our relationship, because she knows the true name, Dan something, and she said you can't be putting dictaphone recordings online. Well, this is very, very serious, because I recorded someone on a criminal tag threatening to beat me senseless. I rang 999, then 3 hours later, PC Framklynn Lester arrested me, and Sergeant Simmons had told me to get a dictaphone and to record antisocial behaviour. I've recorded neighbours, I've recorded the lot. Now, I've just learned that I've been self-funding a hotel for 3 months now for my safety. Apparently, the police were at the property today, and the lady, one of the ladies who's a witness to my terrorism, is a visitor to the Riverbourne house. That's how I know this.
Can I just stop you there? Can I take your name, please?
Yes, it's Bryony.
Right, and your last name?
It's McCarthy.
Okay. I'm just an admin person. I just answer the telephone. I think that I might ask someone to call you back because there's a lot of information you've got here. Because Claire's not in. I can ask someone from the duty to call you.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I'm just so tired from it all because I came down from Beachy Head yesterday after speaking to a chaplain. Then I went into Greg's the bakery. I've literally just been on the phone to report a woman to the Rowan ward who claims to be a mental health nurse. Who I was sitting in Greg's the bakery with 2 vulnerable men, and because I disagreed with this woman, she very aggressively threatened to call security on me, which is demented. This is the kind of thing that I'm having to deal with. There's a smear campaign because I've been speaking out. And this is why I don't want to have anything to do with adult social care. I've just been, talking to me about Rhian Tucker. All these people have very seriously failed me. Rhian Tucker claims she got me into one of these temporary accommodations. No, she didn't, because PC Framklynn Lester threw me out of the council. I bravely walked back in there and told them to do something about the criminals that they protect. He burst in here. Yeah, okay.
On your notes, and it says that you've got an appointment tomorrow here at 2 o'clock at St Mary's. Are you able to attend that appointment?
Well, this is a building I've been dragged into in handcuffs. And I've had horrific treatment, but I think maybe if I see that if I can get this lovely lady who's a witness to, because I tell you what, this lady who's a witness to what she saw on that day that I went onto the pavement and I asked a passerby, anyone to help me, because Councillor Stephen Holt, all of these people, all of them doing absolutely nothing but telling me to take responsibility. So I'm going to see if I will see if this lady can come with me tomorrow. I'll see if I can do that. I mean it. I'm at the end of it. I'm absolutely at the end of it.
Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come off the phone now because I need to let the duty team know that you've called and everything that's been going on. There's an appointment booked in for you tomorrow at 2 o'clock at St Mary's house. So if you are able to attend that appointment with this lady, obviously that would be good. But would you like me to ask someone to call you back in the meantime? Or will you attend the appointment tomorrow?
I think I'll just come along then, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm really at the end of it. I listen to this. I think I would have killed myself by now if I hadn't have. There's no way. I live streamed being attacked at 3 o'clock in the morning on YouTube. The neighbours were disturbed. I had blood on my door. The police said that the person who did it was responsible. I've recorded. I'm trying to take legal action for what has been done to me, because this is really, really serious.
I'm just going to stop you there because
sorry.
I'm not the person you should be telling all of this information to.
No, I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm going to speak to the duty because that's who the appointment's with tomorrow, and I'm going to come off the phone now so I can speak to them. And if not, we'll see you tomorrow at 2 o'clock.
Okay. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. Thank you.
That's okay. Okay. Right. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye. So I might get into trouble but as Juliet said, well, what else can you do? What else can you do? But if there's nothing else you can do. So Caroline, you're saying to me, oh, it's, you shouldn't be putting these, you do know it's a crime to, what a crime? A crime? These people have lied. They had a duty of care to me, and you want me to move on from it. It's, you're doing the same as Andy Devine. You're doing this BS of this new age Christian BS. Leave it in the past. Well, it's more new age. It's not so much Christian. Move on. Leave it in the past. I'm in the thick of it. I have no other choice, as Juliet said, but to put this out there so that you can see what I'm being put through, right? I'm documenting it. And if you're going to call the police on me, how can I trust you? So, authentic? Who is authentic? I don't know. But I'm whittling out the ones that I can and can't trust, basically. Good luck and best. Thank you very much. Don't give up. I'm trying. Thank you. I'm trying. I don't know if I'm able to